Hi, welcome. My name is Rika and this is a Power Vinyasa class. Today we will focus on our hips. We will increase the range of motion in our hips with some movement patterns that I will explain to you later in this class today. We will use 2 blocks, so have them handy at the front of your mat somewhere. And then we start today's class in standing, so get up onto your feet. You can come a little bit wider than hip distance so that you have a nice, strong stance here. If you want, you can bend your knees a little bit and then take one hand on top of your heart, the other hand on top of the other hand. Maybe roll your shoulders back one time and then close your eyes or soften your gaze. Take a few deep breaths here to arrive on your mat. To arrive in your practice. To arrive in your body. Maybe you feel your heartbeat underneath your hands. Allow yourself for a moment to be grateful for this heartbeat of yours. And maybe that's also something that you want to dedicate your practice to today. Gratefulness, love, compassion, anything connected to your heart center and maybe to your body. Repeat this intention of yours for a few times to yourself. Put some meaning into your words today. And then bring your awareness back to your heart center. This time, follow your breath, how it reaches your chest with each inhale, and how it leaves your chest with each exhale. Notice the balance between lifting your chest and flattening your chest back down. And then spread your awareness to your whole body and feel into your muscles, the engagement of your muscles. While you stand here, try to balance on 2 feet. Maybe you feel your body rocking front to back, left to right. Maybe you're standing completely still. Coming back to the muscles that we are contracting in this position. We start with our feet, our heels and the balls of our feet. Maybe lift your toes and gently press the balls of your feet even further into the mat. Press your heels even further into the mat. And then release your toes and press your toes gently into the mat. Feel this nice balance in your whole foot. Distribution of weight, spreading across your toes, balls and heels. Move further up your ankles and feel the muscles that you need to engage to stand still here. And even further up your shins and calves. To your knees and the muscles around your knees. Maybe you can engage these muscles for just a little bit. Feel how strong your legs can be. Moving up further your thighs, hamstrings, the side of your thighs, up your hips, hip flexors, glutes, and womb. Moving further up your spine, feel into your lower back, your ribs, the muscles in between your ribs. All the way up to your shoulder blades and collarbones. Gently feel into your neck area. And then down your shoulders, arms, any muscle within your arms and hands, all the way back into your fingertips, into your heart center. Take another moment. Embrace the gratitude within your heart, the love, the compassion. And then slowly start to bring your hands to touch, your palms to touch into prayer in front of your heart. Rub your palms together, create some heat in your nerve ends in your hands. And when you feel the heat building up, place your hands above your eyes. Start to slowly blink open your eyes and maybe first look through your fingers. Let a little bit of light inside your eyes. And then remove your hands when you're ready to your sides. We start today's class still in standing, but this time hip distant with your feet into Tadasana. You can roll your shoulders back one time. Make sure your core is really strong, your rib cage is tucked in. Have your hands by your side, either facing towards the front or towards your thighs. Take a moment here to really feel in this strong posture. Maybe lifting your toes one more time and releasing back down, this time spreading your toes a little bit wider to really have this nice, strong, balanced stance here. Find a non-moving point in front of you and then slowly start to bring your arms up towards the ceiling. Through your sides, make yourself really long here. Try to keep your rib cage tucked in so you're not lifting your ribs up. You have a really strong core here. Maybe look towards your fingertips while you lift even further up. If you want, you can lift one arm a little bit further than the other one. But do some gentle, nice, slow movements here. And then find back stillness. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. And then clasp your hands together. Your index finger stays touching, pointing towards the ceiling into a peaceful gun here. Inhale, make yourself a little bit longer. And with your exhale, lean towards the right side. Keep your hips above your ankles. Maybe you feel a nice stretch in the side of your body. And then try to keep your chest towards the front. We're not collapsing inside. Inhale, come back up to center. Reach yourself up. And with your exhale, lean towards the left. Here as well, keep your hips above your ankles. Shoulders away from your ears. And then inhale, come all the way up. Make yourself long. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale left. Inhale up. Exhale right. Inhale up. Exhale left. Inhale, come up. And with your exhale, uninterlace your hands. Bring them behind your back and interlace your hands again. Bring your palms to touch and then reach towards the floor with your fingers. Lift your sternum up towards the ceiling. Look towards the front. Or if it's comfortable for your neck, you can also release your head into your shoulder blades. Whichever version you choose, keep your core engaged. Slightly engage your glutes as well. Inhale here. And with your exhale, bend your knees, fold over your thighs into a forward fold. Keep your arms behind your head, reaching further down towards the floor underneath. You can also keep a slight bend in your knees if you want. With your next inhale, bend your knees, look back up, reach up with a straight back, come into standing, release your hands to your sides. Roll your shoulders back again one time and take your hands into your heart center. Now start to lean onto your left foot a little bit more so that you can easily lift up your right leg towards your chest. Keep your foot engaged, either flex or point. You choose whichever variation suits you best, but try to keep a strong foot here. Now place your right hand underneath your right knee, your left hand onto your hip. And then we draw some circles with our knee. So opening the hip to the side and then coming all the way back to the front and up. Do this a few times in your own pace. Go as slow or as fast as you please. Really feel into this opening of the hip. And then find your way back to center. Place your left hand onto the outside of your right knee. Reach your right arm towards the side And then start to slowly open up towards the right with your chest, coming into a twist. Your arm points towards the back. You can gently pull your right knee towards the left as well. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back to center. Bring both hands into your heart center. Exhale, release. If you need, shake out your feet a little bit. And then we move into the other side. So find your stance, hip distance apart. Maybe lift your toes to spread your toes wide onto the mat. And then lean into your right leg. Lifting your left leg up. Flex your foot or point your foot. Place your left hand underneath your knee, your right hand onto your hip. And then start to draw some circles on this side. Go as slow or as fast as you want. Try to hold the balance, find a Trishti, a non-moving point in front of you. And then come back to center. Place your right hand onto the outside of your left knee. And then reach your left arm to the side. Now if you inhale, stay here. And with your exhale, open up towards the left. Bring your left arm towards the back. Your right hand gently pulls on your knee to come a little bit further into this twist. Now hold here for 3 breaths. With your next inhale, slowly come back to center. Bring your hands to your heart. Prayer pose. Exhale, release. Release your legs, shake out a little bit if you need. And then find your way back into Tadasana. So your feet are hip distance apart. Again, lifting your toes to really get that nice strong stance here. Check your alignment, your core, your ribs, your shoulders. And then we start to lean again to the left side. Lift your right leg up towards your chest. And this time grab your ankle with your right hand and place your foot onto the inside of your thigh. If this is very challenging, you can also come onto your shin or all the way onto the mat with your toes, your heel touching your ankle. Whichever variation you choose. Bring your hands back to your heart center. And then have this nice pushing against each other. So your thigh is pushing against your sole of the foot and your foot is pressing against your thigh. So both legs are very active here. You can keep your hands into your heart center or you reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Keep your shoulders away from your ears wherever you are. And if this is very easy, you can also try to close your eyes for a moment or two. Or with your next inhale, guide your right knee back towards your chest, release your foot. Place your hands back onto your heart center. And then guide your right leg towards the back. Come into parallel with your mat in one line with your upper body and with your leg. Your heel creates one line to the crown of your head. Hold the balance. One more breath. And then start to bend your left knee and step all the way back towards the back of your mat with your right foot. Reach your arms up above your head into a high lunge. Keep your shoulders away from your ears, rib cage tucked in. And then have this nice push and pull in your upper body. So you're pulling through the crown of your head towards the ceiling, but you're pushing with your hips down towards the mat. We have a long and strong upper body and strong engaged legs. Wherever your arms are, breathe here. Inhale, make yourself a little bit longer. And with your exhale, open your arms to your sides, open your hips to the side, bring your back foot into 90 degrees, parallel to the short side of the mat. Bend into your front knee, warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Make sure you can see your front big toe, so your knee is not falling inward. Your arms are in a straight line. You look over your front fingertips. With your inhale, shift towards the front, open up your hands to the side, and then bend over your left leg. Now here you can place your hand onto your left ankle, your right arm comes straight up, or you take a block underneath your left hand to place your hand on it and then open to the side. Make sure that your upper body is in a very straight line so you're not collapsing inward. Look to the side towards your right fingertips or left fingertips. Listen to your neck here, whatever it needs. Inhale here. And with your exhale, rotate towards the mat. Bring your back foot back onto your toes. Release the block. And then pivot your left foot to the outside of the mat. Take your hands in between your legs. You can stay here, or you take a block and place your hands or forearms onto the block, or all the way without the block, or maybe add one block additionally. Wherever you are, feel into this hip opening for 3, 2, 1. Come back onto your hands if you aren't already. And then start to bend your back knee and step all the way to the front of the mat. Bring both heels slightly inward and sit down into Malasana Yogi Squat. Hands to heart center, elbows guide your knees outward. You can also use a block underneath your pelvic floor to hold the balance. Try to have more weight in the outside of your feet rather than the inside of your feet. So don't fall inward. Have a nice little hole in the inside of your feet. Tuck your chin slightly inward. And then start to lean into your toes, lift your heels up and start to slowly lift up all the way into standing. Reach your arms above your head. Make yourself long with the inhale. And with your exhale, release your arms to your sides and come back into hip descent with your feet. Tadasana, mountain pose. Roll your shoulders back, take your hands to your heart center. And then we do the same on the other side. So lean into your right foot. Lift your left leg up. Grab your ankle and place your foot wherever it's comfortable for you on this side, either your inner thigh, shin, or toes onto the mat, heel onto your ankle. You can keep your hands in your heart center, Or if you want, reach your arms up above your head. Find a non-moving point in front of you. Keep your core engaged, ribcage tucked in. And gently try to open up your knee a little bit further. Strong legs. Maybe close your eyes. Inhale, make yourself long. Or if you exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Release your knee towards the front and then start to guide your left leg towards the back. Come into one line with your upper body and your leg parallel to the mat. Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Flex your back foot, your toes are pointing to the mat. And then start to bend into your front knee and step your back foot all the way towards the back of the mat. Reach your arms up again, high lunge. Ribcage tucked in, have this nice pulling of your crown of the head, pushing of your hips into the mat. Inhale here. Now with your exhale, open up your arms to the sides, open your hips, come into warrior 2. Your hip bones point towards the side. Your right leg is opening up. Your left leg is opening up. Come onto the outside of your left foot. Your arms are straight to the side. Look over your front fingertips. With your inhale, reach towards the front, open your hands to the sides, and then come again into this extended wide angle pose with your arm reaching towards the ceiling. Either stay here with your hand onto your ankle, come all the way onto the mat or onto a block. Keep the weight on the outside of your back foot. Inhale here. Now with your exhale, rotate inward. Bring your back foot onto your toes again and then pivot your right leg to the outside of the mat. Stay on your hands. Or come all the way onto your forearms with or without the block. Keep your back straight, your neck elongated. With your inhale, come back onto your hands. And then start to lift your back leg off the mat and all the way to the front. Bring your heels slightly inward. Sit back down into Malasana. Hands to heart center. Take a few deep breaths here. And then start to lean into your toes, lift your heels off the mat and slowly come up to standing. Reach your arms up, make yourself long. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down, hands to your sides. Step back into hip distance Tadasana. Now we come into our little movement pattern that I was telling you about in the beginning. So I have this little sequence that we will go through a little bit faster onto our breath as a final. We start off by doing the sequence each pose at a time. So it will still be the same sequence, but I will explain each pose in detail so you know what to look for. And then we repeat that afterwards for 2 to 3 times on each side to really get into this movement pattern and really increase the flexibility and mobility of our hips. You can take your hands back into your heart center, hip distance apart, and then we will lean back into the left leg. Start to lift your right knee up towards your chest, flex your foot, and this time extend your leg towards the front like you would be pushing a wall away. Stay here for 3. Keep your toes pointing towards your upper body. 2. Strong core. 1. And then slowly start to lower your leg down, but don't place your foot onto the mat. Keep rotating all the way towards the back, and then lean forward with your upper body. Come into warrior 3. Your back foot is still flexed. Keep your hands either here or into airplane. One more deep breath here. And then release your left hand either onto the mat or onto a block right underneath your shoulder. Open up your hip towards the right side and reach your right arm up to the ceiling or onto your right hip into a half moon. Look to the side or down towards your hand. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Now bring both hands back underneath your shoulders. Bring your right knee towards your chest and then step through with your right leg like you would be pushing away a wall again. Place your right hand behind you. Take your left hand onto the inside of your right foot and then extend your leg if that's available. Otherwise, keep it bent into a pistol squat. Stay here for 3, 2, 1. With your inhale, bend your knee towards your chest and then bring your leg all the way up into a standing split. Your hands underneath your shoulders. Point your foot, lift your leg up, up, up. 3. Maybe come further down towards your knee with your face. 2, 1. And exhale, release both legs next to each other into Uttanasana, forward fold. With your inhale, lift up into Adha Uttanasana, half lift, hands onto your shins, straight back, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Grab your ankles or your elbows. Let yourself hang for 3 deep breaths. Now with your next inhale, slowly roll yourself up into standing. Reach your arms through the sides all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We do the same again on the other side. Slow again, using a few breaths in between. So lean into your right foot. Lift your left leg up, flex your foot. And then extend your leg to the front. Push away the wall. Breathe here for 3, 2. Strong core. 1. And then slowly lower your leg down and keep swinging towards the back. Lean to the front with your upper body. Come into a warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Stay here for 3. Flex your toes. 2. Strong standing leg. 1. And then start to bring your right hand onto the mat or onto a plug underneath your shoulders, whichever height you prefer. Open up your left hip to the side, reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Stay here for 3, 2, 1. Bend your knee towards your chest. Release your plug and then shift your leg all the way to the front. Grab the inside of your left foot. Your left hand comes behind you into a pistol squat. Stay here for 3, 2, 1. Bend your knee to your chest. Guide your leg all the way up into standing split. Point your foot, hands underneath your shoulders. Keep reaching up for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Both feet next to each other. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe grab your ankles this time, your big toes. 3 breaths here. If you inhale, reach your arms through the sides, this time with a straight back. Come all the way up towards the ceiling. Hands to touch, hands to heart center. Now we do the same on each side. This time moving onto our breath, so going a little bit faster. You follow along as far as it's available. But now that we've done it one time already, you kind of know what's coming. And then after this first round, that is going to be maybe a little bit faster, we're going to do a second round also on each side. So you will memorize a little bit more and then you can flow with me on to the movement, into your breath. All right, start to lean into your left leg, lift your right leg up. Extend towards the front. Push away the wall. Inhale here. With your exhale, release your leg towards the back. Come into a warrior 3. Virabhadrasana 3. Inhale here. With your exhale, lower your right hand onto the mat, underneath your shoulders or to the block. Open up your hip with the inhale. Reach your arm up. With the exhale, come all the way back with your knee towards your chest. Place your right hand behind you, your left hand onto your inside of the foot. Pistol squat. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, bend your knee towards your chest. Reach your right leg up towards the ceiling, standing split. Inhale here. Exhale, release your leg. Inhale, come into a half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, straight back, arms through the sides, come up to standing, hands to touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Same on the other side. Bring some weight into your right foot, lift your left leg up. Extend your leg to the front, inhale here. With your exhale, release your leg, swing back, come into warrior 3, inhale here. With your exhale, release your right hand onto the mat, open your hip, reach your left arm up. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands onto the mat. Bring your left knee towards your chest. Place your left hand behind you. Grab your foot with your right hand. Pistol squat. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, bend your knee towards your chest. Extend your left leg towards the back and up. Point your toes. Standing split. Inhale. Exhale, lower your leg down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms through the sides, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. Inhale, lift your knee to your chest, push away the wall. Inhale here. Exhale, lower your leg down, come into warrior three. Inhale here. Exhale, left hand onto the mat, right arm comes up, open up your hip. Inhale here. Exhale, come with both hands onto the mat, bend your knee towards your chest. Place your right hand to the back, left hand onto the inside of your foot. Pistol squat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right knee to chest. Guide your right leg all the way up, hands underneath your shoulders. Standing split. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale with your arms through the sides all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Other side. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, push away the wall. Inhale here. Exhale, shift into warrior three. Inhale here. Exhale, lower your right hand down, open your hip, come into half moon. Inhale here. Exhale, place both hands onto the mat, bend your knee towards your chest, left hand behind you, right hand onto your foot. Inhale here, pistol squat. Exhale here. Inhale, bend your left knee towards your chest, bring both hands in front of you, standing split. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come back into Uttanasana. Inhale, Adha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Tadasana. Reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time, each side. Inhale, lift your right neck up. Exhale, extend. Inhale here. Exhale, swing into warrior three. Inhale here. Exhale, hand to mat. Right arm comes up. Open your hip. Inhale here. Exhale, come back to center. Bend your knee towards your chest. Bring your leg into pistol squat. Inhale here. Exhale here. Inhale, bend your knee. Standing split. Lift up. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, Tadasana. Other side. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale, extend. Inhale here. Exhale, swing into warrior three. Inhale here. Exhale, hand to mat, open your hip, come into a half moon. Inhale here. Exhale, both hands onto the mat, bend your knee, come into a pistol squat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, knee to chest, come into a standing split, lift your leg up. Inhale here. Exhale, step, Uttanasana. Inhale, Adha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. This time stay here. Release your breath. Maybe release out of your mouth. And then slowly start to bend your knees, sit down onto your back, onto your hips, and then bring your feet a little bit further towards the front, your hands behind you onto the mat. Make yourself long here. Come seated onto your sits bones, and then start to lift one leg at a time. Lean a little bit further towards the back. Now you can stay here, or you lift your arms above your head, and then maybe even extend your legs. Stay here, Navasana, for 3, 2, 1. And then slowly lower down. Extend your legs towards the front. Shift your hips a little bit further to the back. Come onto your heels. Flex your toes. And then reach towards the front with a straight back. You can either grab your shins here, or you grab your big toes or the outside of your feet. And then push with your chest towards the front. And it might feel like you are bending in, coming into a back bend, so hollowing your back. But that's not going to happen in this posture. So we just want this feeling to happen here. Have a nice long neck. So look in between your fingers or in between your toes. And breathe here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, make yourself a little longer. Now if you exhale, release over your thighs, round your back, round your neck. Maybe shake your head from side to side. Take a few moments to breathe here. And then slowly start to roll yourself up back into an upright seated position. Bend your knees, come into a comfortable seated position, either with your hands onto your knees or one hand onto your tummy, the other one onto your chest. We go into a little pranayama breathing technique. So just follow me. Maybe close your eyes for this, roll your shoulders back. Exhale out all the air. And with your inhale, count to 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath at the peak. 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. And with your exhale, release. Release your hands. Take a moment here. Feel into your body. Feel into your breath. And then slowly start to blink, open your eyes again. Or you can also keep them closed if you want. And then lean a little bit forward and take your shins underneath your thighs. So seated onto your heels. Now from here, open up your heels a little bit and sit in between your heels. If this is very uncomfortable, you can also take a block underneath your pelvic floor. Whichever variation you choose. Lean towards the back, maybe at first onto your forearms, and if you want to go even further, and you can while you have your knees closed, then you can come all the way onto your back and hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly come back first onto your elbows, then onto your hands. And come all the way back up into your seated position. Cross your feet towards the front. And then start to roll down onto your back. So make sure that you have enough space behind you. Take your hands in front of you or underneath your knees and slowly start to roll down. Take this engagement of your core one more time. Go as slow as you can. And then when you reach the mat, bring your knees towards your chest. Rock from side to side. Find back stillness and interlace your hands around your right leg. Your left leg comes towards the front and down onto the mat. And place your left hand onto the outside of your right knee and guide your knee towards the left side. Keep both shoulder blades on the mat in this twist. Your arms can come straight to the sides or into 90 degrees, or keep your left hand on your knee. Look up or towards the right side, whatever your neck allows here. Breathe fully into your belly. Keep the slow and steady breath here. And inhale, come back to center. Both knees to your chest. Rock from side to side again. And then interlace your hands around your left leg. Extend your right leg to the front and down. Place your right hand onto the outside of your left knee and guide your knee into a twist on this side. Shoulders are on the mat. Choose the position of your hands. Look up or towards your left fingers. Slow and steady breaths. All the way into your tummy. And then come again back to center, knees to your chest. And then do one last movement or position, so you can come into happy baby by taking the outside of your feet to the inside of your knees, or you draw some circles with your knees, opening your hips here in either direction. Whichever movement or hold you prefer, stay there for just a moment. And then guide your knees back together. Hug your shins with your arms and lift your head up towards your knees. Squeeze yourself together into a tiny little ball. With your inhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Maybe hold your breath at the top for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release. Release your legs to the front. Release your arms to your sides. Take a few deep inhales through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Release all the stale air. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. One more like this. If you want, place some blanket around you, put some socks on, whatever to make you feel very comfortable in this last position of Shavasana. And then let your body guide you into this deep relaxation. Let your breath release any engagement in your muscles. Release any engagement within your face, the space between your eyebrows, your tongue, your jaw. Completely surrender into the mat underneath. Slowly start to deepen your breath. Notice how your breath lifts your body up and down. And then slowly start to bring some movement into your fingers and toes. Maybe your hands and feet. And then reach your arms above your head, make yourself long. Maybe stretch from side to side. Bring your knees to your chest. Again, make yourself small. And then roll onto one side. Choose your favorite side today. Take a moment there. Arrive back in your body. Arrive back in your surroundings. And when you feel ready, use your upper hand to gently press yourself up to seated. Keep your eyes closed for a moment. Place one hand on top of the other, on top of your heart again. Feel into your heartbeat one more time. And allow yourself to be grateful. Maybe connect to your intention from the beginning of the class. And then take your palms together into prayer in front of your heart. Gently nod your head towards your fingertips. And allow yourself to be thankful for the practice today, for your body. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today in this class. I hope you liked this little different kind of class today with these movement patterns, these sequences and repetitions. If so, give me a thumbs up, subscribe or comment anything below. You can also find all content around yoga and what I offer in Berlin on my Instagram, Rika's Yoga. So hope to see you there.